This is our time of meditation, and it is one of my most favorite times of the Sunday experience. And I want to just share a poem that I found this morning. It says, this Father Day piece is dedicated to fathers everywhere that make a major difference in a child's life. Her hair was up in a ponytail, her favorite dress tied with a bow. Today was Daddy's day at school, and she couldn't wait to go. But her mommy tried to tell her that she probably should stay home, why the kids might not understand if she went to school alone. But she was not afraid. She knew just what to say, what to tell her classmates of why he wasn't there today. But still her mother worried for her to face this day alone. And that was why once again she tried to keep her daughter home. But the little girl went to school, eager to tell them all about a dad she never sees, a dad who never calls. There were daddies along the wall and back for everyone to meet, children squirming impatiently, anxious in their seats. One by one, the teacher called a student from the class to introduce their daddy as seconds slowly passed. At last, the teacher called her name. Every child turned to stare. Each of them was searching for a man who wasn't there. "Where's her daddy at?" she heard a boy call out. "She probably doesn't have one," another student dared to shout. And from somewhere near the back, she heard a daddy say, "Looks like another deadbeat dad too busy to waste his day." The words did not offend her as she smiled up at her mom and looked back at her teacher who told her to go on. And with hands behind her back, she slowly began to speak, and out of the mouth of a child came the words incredibly unique. "My daddy couldn't be here because he lives so far away. But I know he wishes he could be, since this is such a special day. And though you cannot meet him, I wanted you to know about my daddy and how much he loves me so. He loved to tell me stories. He taught me to ride a bike. He surprised me with pink roses and taught me to fly a kite. We used to share fudge sundaes and ice cream in a cone. And though you cannot see him, I'm not standing here alone. 'Cause my daddy's always with me, even though we are apart. I know because he told me he'll forever be in my heart." With that, her little hand reached up and laid across her chest, feeling her own heartbeat beneath her favorite dress. And from somewhere in the crowd of dads, her mother stood in tears, proudly watching her daughter, who was wise beyond her years. She stood up for the love of a man not in her life, doing what was best for her, doing what was right. And when she dropped her hands back down, staring straight into the crowd, she finished with a voice so soft, but a message clear and loud. "I love my daddy very much. He's my shining star. And if he could, he'd be here. But heaven's just too far. But sometimes when I close my eyes, it's like he never went away." And then she closed her eyes and saw him there that day. And to her mother's amazement, she witnessed with surprise a room full of daddies and children all starting to close their eyes. Who knows what they saw before them? Who knows what they felt inside? Perhaps for merely a second, they saw him at her side. "I know you're with me, Daddy," to the silence she called out. And what happened next made believers of those who once were filled with doubt. Not one in that room could explain it, for each of their eyes had been closed, but there on the desk beside her was a fragrant, long-stemmed pink rose. And a child was blessed, if only for a moment, by the love of her shining bright star, and given the gift of believing that heaven is not too far. And I share that as to whether it's about your own father or if it's about a father figure that served in your life. And that in unity, we believe that heaven is all around us and within us, and that it is a state of mind. So, of course, you would feel that love of a father, because we truly never leave. So I want you to just take a moment, if there's anything in your laps other than a baby, to set it aside. So it's one less thing to distract you as we go journey within together to that fathering principle inside you, and to hold in your heart and your mind that person or persons that have been a father figure to you in your life. So take a deep breath in, breathing in the love that is always present, whether that father figure has transitioned or whether that father figure is in your life right now. Just feel that love and take it into your heart. And then with the exhale, just let go. This is not a time to be sad. This is a time to feel the love of someone or some people that have loved you and still love you very, very much. As you slowly just start to bring into your imagination, into your mind's eye, that someone special, or those, maybe more than one, maybe more than two. There's no limit to this. As you bring them in to your mind's eye, of that person or people that have supported you in a more fathering way. And if that father or that father figure has transitioned, know that it's safe to bring them into your heart right now. Not for sadness, but just as that little girl stood up and knew the truth, that her father was with her always. It is a love without end. So in the silence of your mind and heart, bring that and those people into your heart center. And if it feels safe to you, go ahead and express gratitude to them, whether it's with a hug or speak softly to them. Give them your words of gratitude or your expression of gratitude. It's okay to feel that love from them and for them to feel your love to them. And now as we start to bring our awareness back to this space, know, isn't it wonderful through the spiritual power of imagination that we can bring our loved ones to our mind anytime we want. We can bring them into our heart center any time we want. So just allow yourself to feel that as you bring your awareness back to this room and to the pew that supports you. Knowing and feeling that love is real and it is a love without end. Amen.